now, Noah, let's talk about a division that I think is just a question mark. And I think that's the most fair and honest way to put the NFC North, as just a big question mark. Because, yeah, I mean, a question mark in the sense that we all know who's going to win the division. Like, you know what I mean? Let's not pit-patter around it, and we'll talk about them last probably. But let's talk about a team let's get into it. The first team I want to talk about is the Vikings. Colin Cowherd picks them to win the division. He is off his fucking rocker, obviously.
Not just to win the division. Colin Cowherd picked them to go 13-4, which is the best record that he picked out of any team in the NFL.
He's a dipshit. He's a big, dumb dipshit, dude. I mean, how do you do that? Especially with their opening game at the Packers, against the Packers, you're telling me Aaron Rodgers isn't going to go in there and start owning the Vikings and probably make them start calling them daddies too? It's going to be ridiculous, bro. But with that being said, what do you think about the Vikings and how many games are they going to win, bro?
They're still going to be in a lot of games. I mean, if you remember last year, all but 2 of their games were one-score games that came down to the last drive in the fourth quarter. So it was all about whether they had the ball or not, or whether or not they made or missed a game or winning or tying field goal. I think they got a little worse in the offseason. Their over-under's at 9. I'm all over the under, as is 75% of the public. I've got them going 7-10. I think there's still some good pieces on that roster, but overall, it's nothing to brag about. It's nothing impressive.
No, nothing at all. Kirk Cousins is fine. I mean, he's a decent quarterback, but like you were saying, the Vikings are purple for a reason. They love to choke. It's simple as that. 5 games, maybe. I really don't have that much faith in them. 5-12 probably. I think they're definitely going to be third in the division. I don't think they'll be last, but they'll be third at least. Easy. But no, then let's talk about let's get the depressing team out of the way. Okay. Let's just get it out of the way. I know you've been chomping at the bits. Let's get it out of the way, all right? After years and years of the Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy torture that Bears fans had to sit through, we now enter a new era with a head coach and a GM who didn't draft this quarterback, traded away our only decent wide receiver and defensive player. No, don't make me talk about it, dude.
Hey, baby,
they're gonna suck. They're gonna be so bad.
Yeah, I think the Bears are going to start the Poles and Eberflus era with the worst record in football. Their over-under somehow is at 6.5. 76% of the public on the under there, as am I. I have the Bears finishing with the worst record in the NFL at a whopping 2-15 mark.
Wow. Because what? They're good for one win against the Lions at least. And
usually I always say they're good for one loss against the Lions, but now I think it's flipped. The Lions might beat them twice. I mean,
no, absolutely.
The Bears are going to be brutally bad.
Oh, they're going to be so bad, bro. They're going to be so bad. I'm with you. 3 games, if that, if we're lucky. I mean, and it'll come down to the team.
Well, just slam the under, AJ, and then you don't have to worry about it, because then you can be kind of happy when they lose because you're making money.
Yeah, no, that's a really effed up way to go through football season. Sounds like hell. Fuck, that'd be depressing as hell. Sweet, the Bears lost again. I'm going to cash my minus. Those odds can't be good either. It's got to be minus 230 by now. I mean, shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then I can't even be happy about that.
Yeah, you can.
I guess it's money in my pocket. But, no, I want to talk about, I think, the sleeper of the NFL. I want to talk about the absolute dogs up in Detroit. The Detroit Lions, man. With Dan Campbell at the helm. Jared Goff still there somehow. I mean, dude, another year in the system. Dan Campbell is a leader of men. He is one of the best talkers I've heard. He gets me fired up whenever I hear his press conferences, bro. I'm ready to run through a wall for the guy. bro. They're going to win 10 games and go to the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm not
10 and
that
7.
high on them.
10
They're
and 7.
over-unders at 6. 71% of the public on the under.
Wrong.
I like the over. I originally had the Lions at 6-11, AJ. But then I did this fun little thing called checking their schedule.
Okay.
And oh my God, let me so
Dude.
their schedule: home against the Eagles, home against the Commies, at the Vikings, home against the Seahawks, at the Patriots, at the Cowboys, home against the Dolphins, home against the Packers, at the Bears, at the Giants, home against the Bills, but then they have a home game against the Jaguars, home against the Vikings, at the Jets, at the Panthers, home against the Bears, and then at the Packers to
Dude.
round out the schedule. So I was originally at 6. I looked at their schedule. I think they can win 8 or 9 games this season with just how garbage that schedule is.
Oh, it's so bad. That's an easiest schedule I've seen.
They're literally playing all the bottom feeders of the league. So
yeah. So shout out to the Lions. Strike now because this is going to be your time to strike. The schedule makers gave you a gift. Don't spit in their face. But Noah, the moment you've been waiting for. Let's talk about him. Let's do it. Aaron Rodgers showing up to camp looking like a freak, looking like Nick Cage out of a movie. You're without Devontae, but who cares? You still got Lazard. You still got A.J. Dillon. You still got your backfield. You still got your awesome defense. Bakhtiari's coming back. I mean, Noah, how does it feel to be a fan of a competent organization? Because I have no idea what that's like.
Oh, it's great. I love it. And with how bad the rest of the division is too, it's like I don't even obviously I'm going to watch the games and cheer for them. I want them to do as best they can, but it's nice to just put on cruise control for the whole regular season and not have to worry about anything because Packers don't have a particularly tough schedule either. No. I look at it and there's only 4 or 5 games I think they're even in jeopardy of possibly losing, which is the crazy thing. Obviously, the offense might not be quite the same without Devontae. However, from what I've heard from the first 2 days of training camp, I might need to jump on Romeo Doubs, the 4th-round wide receiver draft pick from the Packers, to win Offensive Rookie of the Year at 100 to 1. 100 to 1 odds.
100 to 1. Holy shit. What's his name again?
Romeo Doubs.
Okay.
And the Packers, obviously you've got the Vikings, Bears, and Lions twice each. Week 3 playing at the Bucs, which I said, I think Tampa Bay is going to get off to a slow start. I think the Packers win that one. And they got the Patriots and the Giants and the Jets at home all in a row before playing at Washington. They do have a game at Buffalo in late October, but then they have a stretch where they go Lions, Cowboys, Titans, Eagles, Bears, play the Rams at home, which I'm not worried about because the Packers have had the Rams number like nobody else. I think the Packers have won however many straight meetings, 4, 5, 6 straight meetings against the Rams. And then Dolphins, Vikings, Lions to round it out. So I don't know about you, AJ. Another week schedule for an NFC North team. I've got the Packers going. I wanted to say 14-3, but I'm gonna go 13-4 because I think the same exact thing as last year is going to happen. The Packers are going to be resting starters. Week 18, the Lions are going to pull out a win, which might be the win they need to get a wild card spot and make the playoffs. Because the Packers are going to have a game or 2 lead on everybody else in the NFC and are going to be able to sit their starters again.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. 13-4, 12-5, somewhere around there. It'll be some goofy shit for why they lose or Aaron just having an off day. But the biggest question mark is when he gets back in the playoffs, is he just going to wait till the second round to choke, or is he going to wait until – is he just going to do it in the first round and just get it out of the way again, or what's going to happen there? Because let's be real, at this point, the history with it is Aaron can't close it, bro. He's a great regular season quarterback.
No. The thing is,
what? It's true.
he's only had poor performances in like 2 of the games where the Packers have gotten eliminated from the playoffs. He's gotten fucked by terrible defense or terrible special teams. I think he's gotten 2 NFC Championship games that were lost were because of special teams, and 2 were because of terrible, piss poor defensive play. The Packers paying Rich Bisaccia a bunch of money to come fix the special teams. Hopefully that works out. And then the defense is going to be a top 5, if not maybe the best defense in the league this year. So those are shored up. The offense won't need to do as much to win games. And I honestly think the offense might be just as efficient, if not more efficient, because the flip side of Devontae Adams leaving is 70% of the pass plays were strictly designed to go to Devontae Adams.
True.
And now if you've got Aaron actually going through his first, second, third, fourth read, there's going to be more guys open. And, obviously receiver is a question mark. But if some of these guys pan out how they, should, Packers are still going to be damn good on offense. Plus, don't forget about the fact they have a great offensive line, and they've got Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon back there. And I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron Jones is like receiver number 2 or 3, like option on most plays just out of the backfield. I expect to see 2 running back sets a lot. And and this is something that I haven't done in previous years, AJ, but I am predicting the Packers to win the Super Bowl.
Wow.
And that is not a homer pick, because as you know, I have not picked them to win the Super Bowl. I was on the Rams last year. I think it was on the Chiefs or somebody the year before. So it's not like I'm just going out here saying the Packers are going to win the Super Bowl every year. But this year, this is the year it gets done. The world will be shocked because people aren't expecting it to happen. Everyone's freaking out too much about Devontae being gone, but the defense is going to carry the Packers to the Super Bowl this year.
All right. We'll see. Noah, that's all of the teams in every division for the NFC. Excuse me, Noah, do you have anything else to say about the NFC and just football in general?
Yeah, obviously with all my record picks on here, you can tell I've got a lot more variation in the NFC. I see a lot more teams having better records and a lot more teams with really shitty records than the AFC. There's just a lot of damn good teams in the AFC. The NFC's got about 3 of them. So I expect it to be a lot less interesting in the NFC side of things than the AFC this year.
I agree. It's going to be a dogfight for the top. I think the Rams and the Packers are really going to – it's going to be those 2. It's going to be those 2 fighting it out all season for really, I think, who gets the top there. And, of course, the Bucs will fuck around and win the Super Bowl this year. With that being said, though, if you like the show, like, share, subscribe right down below. Go ahead and do it. Help us fight that YouTube algorithm. And, by the way, guess what? We got merch. That's right. Check it out in the comments. The description. I keep saying the effing comments, Noah, every single time. It's the description. It's not in the comments. It's in the description. We got the link for that there. Follow us on the Twitter, the show at DGenTakes, myself at Brofect1, that guy at Engel Money Train or _Engelbretson. But Money Train is where you're going to get the best picks on the Twitter, honestly. I mean, I follow a bunch of handicappers, Noah, and you're probably one of the more consistent guys on there.
Hey, I try, man.
Hey, keep doing what you're doing. Let's keep making money. But with that being said, I've been the Brofect1. That's been the Money Train, and we'll see you next time on Degenerate Takes.